All right, we're getting down to the wire here. Aquarius. I'm going to use the Aquarian Tarot with you. I thought it was kind of nifty. I was like, oh yeah, I'll use that. Just getting started on YouTube. It's my first official round. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I just decided to start my YouTube channel tonight, finally, after years of contemplation. But hopefully if you come across this video, whatever, it brings you a message that you need to hear. This is, I put them in months. It's almost mid-December, but we'll say December 2017, but we all know how the energy works. Time is of the essence. You just never know. It could resonate with you 5 months down the road, you just never know. It's like if you go to see like a medium or a tarot reader, some things might come into light months or previous months past, so you just never know. But hey, you're meant to be here for a reason, so I'm just gonna get started, okay? Okay, so at the bottom, we have the Hierophant. Okay, first card I pulled out, the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like right now, you guys are like, you have the Nine of Pentacles, and then in the middle you have the Page of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the Hermit, Page of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Seven of Swords. I feel like you guys, probably just got out of a crappy situation, whether it was emotional or financial or whatever, and you're standing on your own now. You feel good. You got your shit together. You're getting your ducks in a row, so to say. And you feel pretty good about it. It's like you're on your own and you feel good. You're setting up a good foundation. And after this crap happened, whatever this was, we'll clarify on this card because I really this. We have Pentacles here, so it could have been like maybe you got fired from a job. You felt like an injustice about that or something, and you kind of went inside yourself like, okay, what did I do wrong? Or this, that, or the other thing. But I don't feel like it's necessarily like that. I had the Queen of Cups here too, right below the Seven of Swords. It could have been something emotional. You never know. I'm going to start clarifying on some cards because this reading's kind of all over the place as far as, what to expect. I feel like I'm honestly going to clarify the Page of Cups first. I feel like in this deck, I don't use this deck too much, but I just noticed this Page of Cups is staring at that fish. It's like it's waiting for it to come out. I feel like some of you are just waiting for some kind of emotional newness. Like you're just waiting. It's like, God, when is it my time? I've been alone for so long, or I've just been on my own. I've been independent. I've set up my life. I've had this. I've had this Nine of Pentacles. I've had this independence. I've had, this, that, and the other thing on my own. But it's kind of like you want this now. You want to move on to the 9 to the 10. You want to share it with somebody. That's how I feel. And I feel like with the 10 of Pentacles right next to the Page of Cups, it's like you're waiting for that person to share it with. So I'm going to clarify on the Page of Cups. I'm just going to shuffle a little more. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. These cards are just so slippery too because they're so new. Like I said, I hardly use them. I have so many decks. And I haven't done tarot in so long. Well, I wouldn't say so long. I tinker around with it, but I just mean as far as constant readings. I do them here and there, but it's something that been on my mind for a long time that I should be doing more, just to use my intuition and get a message to people. So we're doing it. We're doing it. So, all right, Page of Cups. What are you all about, Page of Cups? What's going on with you? Okay. So I feel like a lot of you kind of like you want this kind of emotional thing to come in, or stability, but it's almost like you're kind of up in arms about it. The King of Swords is right next to that, and he's looking right at the Page of Cups, almost like, hey, smarten up, little one. Get your head out of your ass. Focus on what's important. Focus on work. But you've already been doing that. You've already been doing that. You have the Nine of Pentacles, and then it's followed by the Ten of Pentacles. Now it goes back to the Eight of Pentacles, and I don't know who this person is, but I don't feel like they're exactly necessarily the best influence for you. Could be, you know, your ego, because it could be the, you know, the negative side of yourself, but I don't necessarily think that. It could be some kind of a boss or some kind of male influence in your life that just kind of talks down to you, and you're like, almost sees you as kind of like a dreamer, which isn't a bad thing, because it's not like you just sit there and dream around all day and you don't have a job. You're working hard, you know? There's a lot of confusion around this, because you're like, well, what, you know, should I try to focus and set up this foundation, or should I just focus on my job? I want to see who this Queen of Cups is, because I feel like there could be some kind of importance to that. And King of Rods, Knight of Pentacles, and then the Lovers. Okay. I feel like with a lot of Aquarians right now, or whether it's your sun, moon, or rising, there's either you're this woman, and I know that's totally awkward to say, because I know, ironically enough, you're considered the water bearer, you know. You know, everyone always thinks, you know, Aquarians, you see like the little squiggly signs like next, and it looks like it's a water sign, but it's not. And it's funny, that's my moon sign. I'm a Cancer, but that's my moon sign, and I'm an emotional person. But for some reason, I feel like this is you in this reading, and I know it's not going to resonate with a lot of people. That think, oh no, you silly broad. That's a water sign. Listen. People have different signs in their charts, okay? Like, you know, like I just said, you know, by sun, I'm a water sign. And I'm just naming examples because I just know myself. But some of you watching, you know, you might be an earth sign but have water in your moon, or blah, blah, blah. You know the situations. I feel like for some reason I read by my intuition. I don't go textbook on the cards. I just flow with the reading, okay? I feel like this is you in the reading. I just really do. You're the Queen of Cups. And you have this fire sign, not all the time, but for some reason I do. I feel like you have this, did I say water sign? Could be a water sign. Fire sign. You have this fire sign going after this water sign woman, or the Aquarius woman. You might have Aquarius in your chart, etc. You know how that works, okay? You know how I read the cards by now. I don't necessarily go with the core cards being male, female, but for some reason, this guy is facing this woman. And put these down for a second. This guy is facing this woman. I feel like this guy, he has the passion of that Page of Cups. I feel like now, like, he knows what he wants now. He's built his foundation as far as finances. It's in the cards. He has the Ten of Pentacles, and he's waiting for someone to share it with, because he's been alone. He's been alone. He's been that Nine of Pentacles. He's been that guy building and working his ass off, busting his balls for the past 30-something odd years of his life, 40, whatever, how old you are. Something tells me it's going to resonate with a lot of people in their 30s, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the case. I just feel like that. This guy's been busting his ass. And now he's like, hey, I'm here now. Who am I going to share it with? Am I going to have this castle all by myself? My finances are squared away, but I don't have love. And now this woman came in. I know this reading just took a turn, but this is how I see it. This is just how I read the cards, okay? It's just my intuition. This woman came in and changed the way he kind of saw about life. I mean, I feel like he's just been kind of like, all right, it's been about work. It's been about busting your ass. It's been about having a fire under your ass. You know, I'm sorry about my language, but that's just how I feel. And then you have the Lovers. And then look at these two. I feel like you're going to find somebody, Aquarius. Someone's going to find you. And it's just going to be meant to be. It just is. I mean, look at the way these two, I mean, she's kind of sitting there with her cup. But the Queen of Cups, I mean, you always know whether it's a guy or a girl. They're an emotional person. They're a romantic at heart. That much I know. They want love. They want the good stuff. She's been waiting for it her whole life, and this guy's coming in and he's gonna give it to her. And I feel like this is you, Aquarius. And then this guy or girl coming in, it's definitely, I feel like in this reading, it's definitely a fire sign. And look at the way he's looking at her. And then look at this card. He's just staring at each other, and they're surrounded, just like in this card. They're surrounded by beauty because it's just meant to be. I don't know any other way to put it. I'll try to pull a few more cards, but I just, and then you have the Hierophant sitting up here that I put away on the back burner for a while. There's a marriage with the Lovers. Definitely some kind of union in marriage. Some kind of solidification with a partnership, I feel like, in this reading. And I'm not based on love. I'm not based on career finances. I just go with the flow, okay? I feel like that guy spent a lot of time alone, a lot of contemplating. Yeah, he's coming in like the wind, dude. He just is. And honestly, I don't know why. I'm going to end the reading here because I just feel like there's just going to be a whole new beginning for you, Aquarians. It's just a whole new beginning that you don't even expect that's going to come in. And you're going to go for it. You're going to jump off the cliff. You're going to go for it. And you should, honestly. And with this reading, I'm going to take some of the romance angels. I don't know why I haven't done it for any other reading, but I feel like this is just a very romantic reading. Okay. Okay. Before anything happens, you just have to let it be. You have to let go of your control issues. I feel like some of you are just so, like, especially, like, the people who are so in control, like, of their finances. I don't know if it's necessarily you, Aquarius. I feel like you're kind of free-spirited. I feel like it's that other person that's coming in for you, that fire sign. He's just so... He might be a little controlling, so pay attention to that. Because you have to pay attention to the red flags. Don't get your panties in a twist over it. I just feel like this guy, he's going to be a little, I don't want to say, I don't know where the word barbarian came in, but a little overbearing as far as how he controls his finances and stuff. And you might actually not be as good at that as he is. So he might actually just try to come in and just be like, hey, we got to get the... He might be a little, rough around the edges when it comes to finances because he's worked so hard